Hey guys, Coach Jay. Just want to do a quick video in where I record my podcast and do a lot of my basic videos where I just sit and talk. Usually we're turned around the other way. You see the wall with the guitars on it. Just want to talk about one thing that I've always learned. A lot of people ask you, like, what's the best advice you've ever gotten? One of the best things I've gotten is from my father. He had mentioned, and everyone's job description, the last thing on it is in any other assigned task. So I've always taken that to where you're never too good to take out the garbage. You're never too good to mop the floors. You're never above that. You can always do the little things that are out there. I was actually talking to the owner of the gym where I'm working now, and he had made a comment about how when people come in, if they see him mopping the floors and doing this, I mean, what do they think? And I told him the story of my first boss and in my first job, working at a family entertainment center, and we'd be packed and we'd be busy and we needed to make a whole bunch of pizzas, and he'd take his tie, tuck it in his shirt, he'd get out there and he'd help the guys. Difference between a leader and a boss. So that's one thing. Another thing that coach that I coached with would say is be true to yourself. Now, everyone can use a coach. I've done videos here about how everyone can use a coach. It was a big episode that we did on the podcast about how everyone can use a coach. If you think about athletes, take Major League Baseball players. They are the top 1% of 1% that make it. When you take the millions and millions of kids that play t-ball and then go on to Little League and then go on to high school and college and so on, it's a small fraction that goes on to be a Major League Baseball player. We could say any professional level, whether it be single A, double A, when you get drafted and you go into that Major League Baseball system, you are already the best of the best. Yet you have coaches with you the entire time. And you have separate coaches. You have one for fielding and one for hitting and one for nutrition and one for strength and conditioning. And so if they're already the best and they have coaches along their side, why don't you think that a coach wouldn't benefit you? And now there's different ways that we search. I mean, back when I was in my teens and 20s, the only way to look something up was a phone book. And for those of you too young to remember a phone book, it was about that thick, and you'd go through all the pages until you found what you're looking for. Now we hop on the computer, we Google it, and we can find anything. Obviously, a lot of businesses advertise with Facebook and Instagram and all the other types of social media apps. But you have to look what's out there. I mean, everyone's heard of the influencers. So these people that are influence you to buy a product or to do something. You just got to be very cautious on who you're looking at in terms of the influencers. I mean, how much do the influencers really know? How true are they being? I mean, when they're showing, this massive workout that they're doing because they're fit, are they really doing that workout? Is that product that they're selling something that got them to where they're going, or is it the hard work behind it? And as far as supplements and stuff like that, supplements are just that. They're supplements. They're supposed to supplement the little gaps that you have in your day. And I'm not going to kid anyone. I have 3 big bottles of protein powder on top of my refrigerator right now, and I use them. But I don't use them in place of whole food. When I need to get my calories in and I'm running out doing a personal training session or running to do an archery lesson or any of my other coaching that I do, and I'm running in between, going to ref high school soccer, going to get to my son's soccer game, and I can't sit down and have an actual meal, you know what? Protein shake's going to come in. It's going to supplement the real food that I ate throughout the day. There is no magic powder out there. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're buying it from one of the mainstream fitness and health websites to some third world country that you're getting it from. There is no magic powder that's going to make you healthy and fit without putting the work into it. And you have to be true to yourself. If you're posting out there and putting information that's not true and it's not authentic, that you're posting how you worked real hard and did workouts and stuff like that, and it's not really coming from your heart and being legit, it's going to come out in the cracks. You're going to have someone see what's not really there. And you have to put the work in yourself. You have to get yourself out of bed and move forward and go do that workout and go eat well. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with supplements. Supplements are there to supplement and the whole foods and stuff like that. Don't rely on it. Don't let anyone sell you some magic beans, because they don't exist. Just make sure you be true to yourself as a coach. If you are an influencer, be true to yourself. I mean, be honest with the people you're working with, and whether it's your product, your service, whatever you're doing, always make sure it's authentic. It's honest where you're coming from. There's no shame in telling people you don't know the answer. I tell people all the time, you can go there, go on the computer, and it's going to tell you anything I can. Google knows a lot more than I do, and a lot more than every other coach out there. And no one knows the answers to everything. But be true to yourself, be true to your clients, and just make sure that whatever you're doing is authentic as both a coach or an influencer, and then also as yourself when you're working hard, when you're wondering where the results are coming from or how come they're not coming. And be true that, you know what, I worked out twice this week, I really could have done 3 times. Well, that's why you only have 60% of the progress that you could have made to this point. So just wanted to put that out there. Remember, it takes hard work. I've gone up and down in weight. I know what it's like to put the work in. I know what it's like to go backwards after you stop. But I know we can all keep moving forward. And hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.